Hi everyone, this is Donna. Thanks for joining me today. I've been making some really sweet little ladybird decorations for junk journals with hidden journaling space in them. They're really easy and they're so sweet. You can do them in different colours and different sizes. I've done kind of like more traditional red ones, and I've done smaller ones in more like neutral colours. And I thought I would share with you how to make them. They can be really versatile as well, and especially at the moment it's going into springtime, so you know we're maybe doing a few more spring type journals or spring type journaling and putting our spring and summer photos into a journal, things like that. And I just thought they'd be a really nice addition. So I was thinking, like, on these red ones, the more kind of traditional, I would say kind of like kiddie ones, I thought would be really nice on a journaling page. So something like this, you could, or here. For example, this is a picture my son did, and because of the fruits and the flowers and the leaves and stuff, that might be a really nice place to put one of these, like a hidden journaling space. You could even do some leaves or a big tall branch and have some of them like going up like this. If you have, if you have quite a lot of journaling to do, so you could put a date on one, maybe journaling on the other, and maybe a little photograph in the middle one. So they're really versatile, you can do blows with them. And I thought we would make another example together. So to make one of these, and I'm going to do the smaller size, so I'll have that there and this one here, so you can kind of compare. So you are going to need circle for the back. Then you will need a circle for the head. Now I've used black there. On here I've used a patterned one. I'm going to use a patterned one on here. So it would be like that. Then you might want a white circle to go on the body if you've used black. You might not. You might want to use a white gel pen, or you might have even used a light colour on the body. You can make these whatever colour you want. Then you'll need another piece which is the same size as the body to go on top to make the wings. You might also want some small black circles, or for the front you could use black stickers, black gems, anything like that. You could just colour it in with a black marker even. So I use these circles here by Waffle Flower to cut mine, but that's not necessary. You can just cut them out with scissors. You can just find some objects around your house where you've got some circles where the sizes work well together, and just hand cut them. So if I show you on the dies, I've got two this size. I've then cut the white one from this. The head I cut from a smaller one. And then for the circles, I've got two sizes. So I've got a bigger circle and a smaller circle. And I used two smaller punches for those as well. You could use a hole punch and use the negative bit that comes out. So I've got loads in there. So you could do something like that even. You don't need all these dies at all. Or as I said, just get some really little black stickers or some white stickers, colour them in with a marker. Loads of different options. You're also going to need a split pin of some sort. I've just got a variety here. I've got some smaller ones and bigger ones. I've found that a smaller one works best. But just, again, use what you have, see what works. So let's get on with making one of these. Now, you do actually need one of the larger dots to help put your ladybird together. I'll explain why. First thing you need to do is stick your head on like that. So that is just a little bit of glue on the back. And then just stick that on there like that. Now I actually did these a few weeks ago now, so I hope I can actually remember what I did. Then I'm going to pop the white one on. I'm going to get that centered. Let that dry, and you're going to want to cut this one in half to make your two wings. So I just folded mine in half. Then I just got my trimmer, and where the fold is, I kind of hooked it onto the edge there like that. And cut that down. Now at this point, this is where it doesn't get tricky, but it gets a tiny bit fiddly. So what you're going to want to do is get one of your larger circles, so this size here, and you're going to want to pop it onto the back of either the left or the right hand wing. On mine, I just seem to have done them all onto the left for some reason. Doesn't matter though. So you just want to line it up just kind of halfway like that, and just a little bit further down from the top of the wing. Okay, so pop that on. And just hold that for a second, let that dry. The reason we've put this on here is because I've used it as an anchor to attach both of these wings together. Because if we didn't have that and we were just putting two halves of the circles together, you've obviously got a gap there where we cut it in half. So as soon as you open it, your split pin's it's just gonna come away from your split pin. There's a gap there. So you need something solid to put there, to put your split pin into, if that makes sense. So once that's stuck on there, turn it over, and what you need to do is get your other half, pop it over your circle, because it's going to look like that, okay? So you want to pop it over there like that, get it lined up, so you just want half your circle showing, and then get yourself some low-tack tape, just something to hold that in place, like that. Then if you want to, and I think I will, I'm just going to tape it again onto here. It's just making sure my line is in the middle. Just taping it down so it doesn't move. With an awl or something pokey, you want to put your split pin on where in the middle of this black one here, okay, so that it goes through something solid. You put it too far to this way, it's not going to catch this wing here. So around there, and you want to go through everything. Then get your split pin. I'm going to go for one of these small gold ones. Pop that through. And then when we take the tape off, and remember you've got tape on the back as well, so don't panic if it doesn't open, just remember you've got tape there, so get rid of that. You can then open your wings to do your journaling, and both of those wings are attached to that split pin. So by using one of the circles that you're going to use on the body, it just looks like part of the dots on the ladybird, so it helps it to blend in. And then all you need to do to finish it off is pop some circles down, and then your ladybird's done. So I just put some glue here, a little dab. What you can do as well, on here I've used some glossy accents on the circles. And also you can pop a circle right in the centre. Just make sure you only stick it onto one side so that you can still open it. Like that. But that's it, done. So it's a short and sweet one from me today. But I did want to share this idea with you because I thought they were really sweet. And obviously, it's Easter holidays here in the UK as well. So if you've got children or grandchildren off school and you're looking for some kind of springtime craft to do with them, this might be a good one. So let me know if you have a go, and I will say goodbye for today. Thank you so much for joining me again. Take care, see you soon.